Now, isn't this quaint? Frankly, I expected it to be much worse.
Do you think it's safe to stay in this place?
Of course, Grace. Don't you know the smaller the Italian town, the safer it is? I never trust anybody in Rome, unless I'm in a cathedral.
Poor Hester. She was so upset about that bus breaking down, and everything happened in such an unexpected fashion.
Hester, I'm afraid, lacks what the romantic writers call the spirit of adventure. When one is traveling through Europe, one has to anticipate these minor twists of fate. Besides, all it means is we'll see Naples a day or two later.
Abigail, this place scares me a little.
Oh, don't worry, Grace. You've been paying too much attention to Hester. She's turned into a wretched killjoy, taking all the excitement out of this trip. I'm beginning to feel a little sorry we brought her along with us.
Did we bring her, or was it she who brought us?
Sometimes I wonder this. American school teachers shouldn't travel through Europe if they're going to quake and flutter over the least provocation.
What a dreadful hotel! What a dreadful room! And what a dreadful bed!
Oh, for goodness sake, Hester, what can possibly be so dreadful about a bed?
It has lumps! Lumps all through it! Don't tell me they expect the three of us to sleep in this monstrosity.
It's only for one night, dear. Tomorrow they said we might have another bus.
Well, if it's anything like the one we had today, I shan't go. Do you hear me? I shan't leave this place. I shall just stay here and die.
Oh, you can't die. You haven't yet seen Naples.
I don't understand.
It's just a little joke. You know that expression, see Naples and die.
How can you possibly make jokes when we're in such an abominable situation? Why in the world you wanted to see Italy, I shall never know. We should have stayed much longer in the British Isles.
But Hester, you're missing an essential charm which Italy has.
There is nothing essentially charming about this town. Nor do I relish the fact that we're stranded here, virtually risking our lives. Oh, I know I shan't sleep a wink tonight. Look at this room.
Oh, Mr. Dear, don't think about the room. When I was a little girl, there was a game I used to play by myself, particularly when I was in a place I didn't want to be. I put my hands over my eyes, and then I began to...
just impossible. When I think of that horrid bus, with those dreadful-looking people drinking all that wine, and that ridiculous man kept shoving that bottle into my face, and that disgusting young couple sitting at the back, making love like that in front of all the passengers.
Well, they're going to be married. A man on the bus told me so. Besides, they weren't making love. He was just whispering little secrets in her ear.
Well, I don't intend to have a discussion about that. I just hope that I can sleep and forget this horrible trip and this terrible place. Just sleep.
Grace and I thought we'd look the town over a bit before we went to bed. After all, it's still rather early, and there's something rather picturesque about it.
Are you out of your minds? How can you possibly consider walking along these dark streets at night, unescorted? You're forgetting your womanhood.
I forgot my womanhood the moment we arrived in Italy, dear. That's the only way one can expect to enjoy oneself.
Well, I'm certain that if one of our colleagues were here, one of the saner ones, of course, she would agree with me that both of you are acting in a completely irresponsible manner.
What did you have in mind, Hester dear?
Take Millicent Fish as an example. I'm certain if she were here, she would back me up entirely.
Millicent Fish doesn't know the first thing about the excitement of travel. As a matter of of fact, now that I think of it, she doesn't know much about the excitement of anything. She's the only teacher I ever knew who inspects the punch at school meetings to be certain there's no alcoholic content.
Millicent Fish happens to be a very sensible, level-headed individual. She didn't choose to come with us because she feels her summers may be put to more worthwhile use.
Hester, dear, Abigail and I do want to take a walk around this lovely town. Why didn't you come with us?
Because I didn't leave my senses behind me in America. Both of you are almost completely beyond my understanding.
Would you like us to have your dinner set up? I'll speak to the proprietor about it.
Now you would like me poisoned, is that it? Oh, if you are so persistent about going out, I wish you would go now so you won't be back too late. The later it gets, the more dangerous it undoubtedly becomes here.
Hester, Abigail can take proper care of herself, and so can I.
I doubt even that. And for goodness sakes, if you meet any strangers, don't stop to talk to them.
Oh, that's the most thrilling part of a small Italian town. Meeting strangers and listening to them speak. It's almost like seeing La Traviata without the music.
Do anything you wish then. Oh. As for me, I shall stay here and try desperately to sleep. And for goodness sake, don't forget to come back early.
Grace and I are in complete control of our faculties. We'll watch ourselves very carefully.
And we'll be especially cautious about our womanhood.